Every year, thousands of passengers step aboard floating cities, complete with theaters, shopping malls, restaurants, and even roller coasters. But behind the glamour of cruising lies one of the most complex engineering projects on Earth, the building of a cruise ship. But have you ever wondered what it takes to bring these marvels to life? Beneath the glitz and luxury lies one of the most ambitious engineering feats on the planet, transforming over 100,000 tons of steel into a towering city on water and making sure it can safely sail across the world's ocean. Join us as we go behind the scenes of this colossal adventure. Construction begins in some of the largest dry docks in the world, in places like Meyerwerf in Germany. Ship construction begins with the assembly of the ship's primary structural components, delivered in the form of massive blocks. Each block, often weighing several hundred tons, arrives pre-fitted with plumbing, electrical wiring, and ventilation systems. These blocks are carefully lifted into position and welded together with precision, forming individual sections of the vessel known as segments. Multiple segments are then meticulously aligned and joined, requiring an extraordinary level of accuracy. Despite the integration of advanced technology, this process still relies heavily on the refined skills and craftsmanship of experienced shipbuilders, blending modern engineering with time-honored techniques. Massive cranes move these blocks into position with millimeter accuracy, where they are welded together to form the hull, the backbone of the ship. Once complete, the hull is launched into the water, but this is only the beginning. The real work lies in turning this steel skeleton into a city at sea. Next, the fuel tanks are installed, a critical component for these ocean giants. On the newest, largest ships, these tanks can exceed 40 meters in length and 10 meters in height, each designed to hold over 1 million gallons of fuel. That's enough energy to power the vessel continuously for at least a 2-week voyage at sea. The installation process is a precise engineering feat. The tanks must be perfectly positioned within the hull, supported to withstand the immense forces of waves and motion, and fully integrated with the ship's fuel management and safety systems. These tanks aren't just storage, they're massive life-sustaining engines at the heart of the ship, ensuring everything from propulsion to onboard electricity runs smoothly during the voyage. The newer modern cruise ships are powered by enormous engines, some burning liquefied natural gas, LNG, others still using heavy marine fuel, and are capable of generating over 100 megawatts of power, enough to power a small city. For instance, Royal Caribbean's Icon of the Sea has 6 Wärtsilä dual-fuel LNG engines producing over 90,500 horsepower, which powers 3 20-megawatt Azipod units and 5 4.8-megawatt bow thrusters. These engines aren't just for propulsion, it serves as a gigantic onboard power generator. It runs everything on board, from providing power thousands of cabins, kitchens, entertainment venues, pools, elevators, air conditioning, even Wi-Fi. Everything is reliant on these units. And unlike cities on land, these systems must run perfectly non-stop in the middle of the ocean. One of the most remarkable feats of modern shipbuilding is the way cabins and staterooms are installed. Unlike traditional construction, most cruise ship rooms are built off-site as prefabricated units. Miniature hotel rooms, complete with walls, flooring, furniture, and even plumbing and electrical systems. These units are constructed in specialized factories where quality control is meticulous. Each cabin is fitted with everything a guest will need: beds, lighting, bathrooms, closets, and even entertainment systems. Because they are built in controlled conditions, workers can ensure every detail is perfect: no dust, no misaligned tiles, no missing fixtures. This prefabrication process allows hundreds of cabins to be installed in a fraction of the time it would take to build them individually on board. In just weeks, entire decks can be completed, transforming the steel structure into a fully functional hotel, ready to welcome thousands of passengers. Once the ship's steel skeleton and core systems are complete, the real magic begins, installing the amenities that transform it from a vessel into a floating resort. This is where cruise ships separate themselves from any other form of travel. Specialized contractors arrive in waves, each responsible for a different piece of the entertainment puzzle. On the top decks, cranes lift in massive steel and fiberglass structures that will later become swimming pools, hot tubs, and twisting water slides. The slides are assembled piece by piece, giant tubes bolted into place, some reaching multiple stories high. On newer megaships, entire roller coasters and go-kart tracks are craned aboard in sections, welded down, and tested before passengers ever step on. Rock climbing walls, surf simulators, and ropes courses are bolted directly into reinforced deck plates, designed to handle the stress of hundreds of adventurous guests every day. Inside the ship, equally complex spaces are crafted. Arcades, spas, theaters, and shopping promenades are carefully fitted with soundproofing, lighting systems, and even specialized flooring. Every inch must be designed not just for luxury, but safety and practicality. Beyond the glamour, a cruise ship is also a floating city with secrets passengers rarely see. Deep below deck, enormous walk-in freezers and refrigerated decks are installed. These spaces can hold weeks' worth of food, literally hundreds of tons, so that 6,000 passengers and crew never go hungry. Next to them are industrial bakeries, butchers, and kitchens the size of football fields. Hidden behind passenger corridors, a fully equipped jail or brig is built in case a guest or crew member needs to be detained. Perhaps most impressive are the systems that make the ship self-sufficient. Giant desalination plants are installed, capable of turning seawater into millions of liters of clean drinking water every single day. Onboard power plants, sewage treatment facilities, and waste management centers ensure the ship runs like a small city, independent even when it's hundreds of miles from shore. All of these components, both the glamorous and the unseen, are craned, welded, and wired into place over months. The result? A one-of-a-kind marvel at sea, capable of entertaining, housing, and sustaining more people than many small towns on land. After months of relentless work, billions of dollars in investment, and years of meticulous planning, the ship is finally complete. Every bolt, every cable, every luxurious cabin and thrilling onboard amenity stands ready. From the zip lines to the sparkling decks, from the heart of the engines to the thrill of the water slides, this floating marvel is a testament to human ingenuity, craftsmanship, and ambition. Now she is ready to glide across the oceans, a true marvel of the seas, built to carry passengers into adventure, luxury, and unforgettable journeys. The dream has become reality, and the voyage begins.